Hello and welcome back to Vegas Aces live stream. My name is Heather Ferris and I will be your host for today. So, on this live stream, we will be discussing how to case your table layout. So, if you guys have any questions, any suggestions, anything like that, please put it in the chat and we will go over it at the end of this video. Now, I just want to remind you to subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that we are always notified of our latest videos and live streams. If you're brand new to this channel and this is your first time here, my name is Heather Ferris and I am the founder of Vegas Aces. I'm an adjunct professor at UNLV, a content creator, consultant, and I've been involved in the casino industry for over 15 years. I created Vegas Aces to help people learn how to play and deal casino table games, and as a way to give back to our community, we offer a free dealing trade school where we help place dealers at no cost. Now, on with the show. Okay, casing your table layout. This is really important, so pay attention. This means that you are looking at your layout and you are observing what's going on. Pay attention to your players. Make sure that there is nothing on the table that shouldn't be there. So when a dealer is casing the layout, the dealer is going to make sure that only the approved items are on the casino layout. Approved items would include things like drinks, ashtrays, cash, chips, cigarettes, anything like that. Unapproved items should basically be taken off the table immediately. And this includes cell phones, purses, sunglasses, and of course any food that they may be eating. Also, when you are casing the table layout, you're taking a look of how much they're betting. What are their habits? Do they always bet the same amount? And before the cards are dealt, the dealer will inspect every bet to make sure it is a legal bet. This means that the chips must be in between the table minimum and maximum. And they also must be stacked neatly in the highest denomination. So highest denomination on the bottom. I swear I could say that, just don't ask me to say that 10 times fast. And the smallest denomination on top. Now, if the player is unsure as to what if the dealer's unsure of what the player's bet is, then the dealer should get the player to commit exactly what their bet is before the start of the new round. Also too, you want to make sure that you can see everyone's bet. If there's a bet out there and you can't see it, or if the chips are placed in a way that the angle makes it that you can't see those chips, you need to be able to see and verify everyone's bet at all times. You have to know what's there. So another good thing to do is memorize what each player is betting, so that way when you go to pay everyone, you'll know exactly how much you need to pay out. And if the player's bet starts off at, let's say, $15, and by the end of the hand when you go to pay it, it's $45, then you know that the player has been past posting. Past posting, when I say past posting, I'm talking about the player has put out money, more money than what their bet originally was. So if they had $15, then they may slip a $25 chip in there, and now you're paying them $45 versus $15. So past posting. Okay. No Halloween dress. No, unfortunately, no Halloween dress. We were expecting to do a interview today, and it just did not happen. It looks like my little iPad's freaking out too, so just give me 1 second. We will answer a question real quick while I'm waiting for this to work. And what is casing? Colby Knight, what is casing? Casing the table layout. You are viewing the layout. You are making sure that everything is exactly as it should be. You are looking at the layout and you're casing it. You're verifying that everything is good. For example, you don't want anything that shouldn't be on the table. For example, little dogs are not allowed on the table. They're allowed on this table, but they're not allowed on any other table. Let's see. Let me try to restart this. Maybe if I restart this, it'll work. I love it when things don't work on a live stream. Okay, let's see what else you guys are saying on here. Tribble head, totally a tribble head. I like that way better. And there we go, now it's working. Okay. And no Halloween dress. We were planning on doing an interview today, so a Halloween dress would have been more appropriate for that. Since we're doing casing the table layout, I'm wearing my dealer's uniform, so that way you could see what it would look like being the dealer on the table. Very disappointing. Okay, well, now that we have this working, let us continue with this video, with this live stream. Oh, thank you very much, Domestic, for the super chat. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, let's get Pip some treats. She's looking like she wants some treats. Yeah, now her tail is going. And that's good because that will give me a second to figure out where I'm at. I love it when I have technical difficulties during a live stream. So that's 3, 4, and 5. 5 treats for Pip. Thank you very much, Dom. Okay. Okay, casing the layout will help stop many cheating maneuvers such as pass posting, which is what we just talked about. Now, at the beginning of the hand, the dealer should take note of each of the player's bets and again, memorize the amounts, especially on first and third base. If anything's going to happen, more than likely it's going to happen on first and third base. At the end of the hand, the dealer should make sure that all of the numbers match when they go to pay the player. So, for example, if you know at the start of the hand that this player is betting $15 and at the end of the hand you go to pay it and again it's $45, you know he's been pass posting. This will help you catch pass posters. Talk with your floor supervisor. Now, you want to notify your floor supervisor, but you want to do it discreetly. You don't want to do it, you don't want to yell out, hey, I got someone, you know, who's cheating over here. Do not do that. That would not be good because then that dude's going to go running. You want to discreetly notify your floor supervisor. Again, discreetly notify your floor supervisor. Oh, thank you very much. Really do appreciate that, Joey. Thank you so much for the super chat. I know Pip appreciates it too, so let's give her a couple treats. Now, again, you want to discreetly notify your floor supervisor. And you can talk with your floor supervisor before going on your game, and you guys can determine what signal you could do that would discreetly notify the floor supervisor that something's going on. And it could be something different. It depends on you and your floor supervisor. As long as you and your floor supervisor know what it is, and the floor supervisor, he sees it, he knows he's supposed to come over right away because something's going on, that's what you need. So again, talk with your floor supervisor before you start your shift and make it clear what this signal is and what the signal means. The signal means, hey, I need you to come over here because something is happening, whether someone's cheating, card counting, whatever it is, I need your attention and I can't call you over. So again, something to talk with your floor supervisor before you start your shift. Okay. Oh, so let us see. That's a great question, Sabrina. I will answer your question at the end of this video. And as we go on here, it looks like this froze again. That's awesome. So give me 1 second real fast. Oh, there we go. Looks like we got it working. Okay, there we go. And apologies again for that. Really love it when stuff doesn't work during a live stream. So if you like this video and you want to help support Vegas Aces, and now you can with Super Chat, which is what Domestic and Joey just did for our little Pip right here. Thank you very much. If you want to tip your dealer, now you can with Super Chat. Super Chat is a way YouTube allows you to show your appreciation by tipping me any amount you want. Go ahead, give it a try, or show your support by becoming a member of our Patreon page. We have several different levels and rewards for you to choose from. Any membership level counts, even $1, so please go join today. And Pip really does appreciate it because she really likes those Super Chat treats. So thank you very much for that. Okay, let us continue. Now, fingers crossed that this thing works. And if you guys have any questions, please put it in the chat and I will answer it at the end of this video. Let's see, make sure, okay, there we are. Now, if you are on a layout, if you're on a roulette table and you have to case that layout, then when casing a roulette layout, you want to do so before every spin. Make sure that all bets are positioned correctly. Also make sure that there are no bets over or under the table limit, and make sure that you can see all of the bets there. When casing the table layout on a roulette game, you always want to make sure you cover the third dozen and the columns, because that area is the most vulnerable. Now, again, you want to make sure that all of the bets are over the table minimum or under the table maximum, and that there are no bets that can be misinterpreted, and also make sure everything looks up to par. The dealer should also note which bets are placed where and how much is there. This helps the dealer later if someone passed post. The dealer will find it odd that a $30 bet just turned into a $105 bet on the first column, for example. So again, check out my roulette scam video if you want more information on that scam. Again, like I was saying before, the columns and the third dozen is the most vulnerable position on the table and should be watched more closely because of it. Now, if you are a dealer on craps, then when you case your table layout, you want to do so before the dice leave the center of the table. And if you're on the big six, case your table layout before you spin the wheel. Any other games, you want to make sure you case your table layout before the first card comes out indicating a new hand. Okay, back to our viewers real fast. Again, if you guys like this video and you want to help support Vegas Aces, then one of the ways you could do so is by going to vegas-aces.com and going to one of our affiliate banners. When you click on an affiliate banner and sign up through an account through that affiliate site, then our website gets a small commission for that. If you ever have any problems, disputes, anything like that, please email me, heather@vegas-aces.com, and we will help you through it. We are here for you. Okay, back to the show. As I've said before, and I'll say it again, distractions are a huge red flag, and it's an automatic notification that something is not right. Be alert at all times and never let any of the table leave your sight at all. Be vigilant, and players will usually they'll take advantage of a weak dealer. So if you are not square to the game, if you don't have the whole table in your sight at all times, then they'll go and they'll look for a dealer like this, and they'll take advantage of a weak dealer. So you want to make sure you always stay square to the game. Now, what do I mean when I say stay square to the game? Well, if there's a distraction over here, let's say if someone goes and spills a drink and you go to clean it up, if you grab that rag and you turn your body and you go and you clean it up, now your back is turned to this portion of the table and you can't see what's going on. You can't see if there's someone cheating. You can't see if someone's taking money out of here. You can't see. So you never, ever, ever turn your back on the table or the bank. You always stay square to the table at all times. Sorry about Pip. Let's say, for example, the drink. If someone spills a drink, take one step over, like so, and clean it up while you still have the entire table in your line of sight. You could see everything that's going on while still cleaning up the table. Don't let someone's distractions give them the opportunity that they need to cheat on your table. So again, players will try to distract you. They will work in a team and they will try to distract the dealer and pull their attention over to first or third base while the other side is pinching, pressing, pass posting, or doing some kind of cheating maneuver. They also may do this too when you're cutting the deck. So be very vigilant when you're going to cut the deck and make sure you watch the deck at all times. Don't let distractions do what they're meant to do and distract you. Always have the table in sight and know what's going on at all times. So that's why dealers should always be aware of any unusual behavior, shocking questions, or any other odd distractions. If a distraction happens, make sure that the dealer stays focused and alert, and will always keep the entire table in view at all times. And remember, case your layout, okay? So before the card even comes out, know exactly how much everyone is betting, remember it. So if anything happens, you know later on, hey, that's not right, that person was playing 15 when we started. Also too, distractions, what to look for. Distractions may include spilled drinks, embarrassing or way too personal questions, shocking questions. Two players may get in a fight at the table. Anything like that, anything weird, out of the ordinary, anything that distracts you, it's a red flag right away. Know that something is going on and make sure you keep your entire table in your view at all times. Okay, if you guys have any questions, put it in the chat. Speak now or forever hold your peace, and we will get to those shortly. Just a quick reminder, Vegas Aces is supported by viewers like you. Donations make it possible for us to bring you all of these videos for free. If you think that this video was worth more than $0, please donate the amount you feel it's worth by clicking the link in the description below. Okay, so let us answer your questions. See what you guys are saying. Sean has a good question. Why are the highest denomination chips always on the bottom? Isn't it harder for dealers or the casino to see what's being bet? That is an excellent question. So the reason why higher denomination chips are on the bottom, for example, we have this where we have 100, then we have 50, and then we have $10. Now, if I was going to pass post, let's say if I'm holding it, let's say I'm on a single deck and I'm going to go past post. First of all, I'm going to cover my chips so you don't see my chips. And then if I wanted to put money on top of my chips, I would just do it really easily, really quietly. That was pretty loud, what I just did. But I would do it quietly and I would put the money on top of the bet. Now, if I could bet in any order, then I could have the 100 on the top and when I go and pass post, I could put 2 more hundred on there and you don't know. If I am forced to bet where the hundreds are on the bottom and then it goes to the greens and then the reds, then I'm going to have a harder time pass posting larger denominations if the denominations go highest to lowest. You see what I'm saying? If I'm going to put money on top, it's going to be the lowest denomination, because the lowest denomination always has to be on top. Now, this doesn't stop pass posters. Pass posters can still pass post high denominations, even if it is arranged like this. So I'm going to show you this really quick. Let's say if I have a rainbow bet, like so, I have 100, I have 50, and I have $15, okay? And if I wanted to pass post this with a higher denomination check, with my 2 cards, I'm going to hold the chip under my 2 cards so you can't see it. Okay, here's the chip. I'm going to hold it underneath, and then I'm going to put my chips underneath the bet like I'm going to stay, but then I bring it back. Now, did you notice I just put $100 under that chip? That is, you could still do it. You could still pass post large denomination checks, even though they are arranged in the correct order, which is why when I say, when you case your layout, you got to memorize everyone's bet. If you memorize this bet, you would know that the guy was playing $160. So when you go and pay him and you see $260, that's when you discreetly notify your floor supervisor that someone's trying to take advantage of the casino. If you know the tricks that people are going to try to pull on you, if you know what to look out for and how they're doing it, you're going to have a lot easier time catching them because you know what to look out for. So if you have a player, and this is why at some casinos on a single deck game, when you put your chips in there, you have to leave it, you know. That keeps people from pinching the bet. So you can actually go and pinch the bet by doing, and I can't do it as well as some people, but by doing the same maneuver I just showed you, you could pinch the bet as well. And again, the only way you're going to be able to prevent that is by casing the layout. This is why casing the layout is so very important. Memorize everyone's bets, know what they had at the beginning of the hand, so that way when you go to pay them at the end of the hand, if everyone has the same amount of money, you know you're good. If anyone has a different amount, you know they've pinched or pass post their bet. Okay, so let's see what else you guys are saying in here. And again, if you have any questions, please put it in the chat and I will answer it for you. Great question. So Sabrina said, do female dealers usually dress or wear their hair differently? Like to look cute. So for example, what I have right now, these 2 buns right here, would not be acceptable. So I could not go to a casino and wear this at a casino. The reason why is because buns, same with braids, you can't wear a braid if you're working in a casino. It has to be a ponytail or, you know, the hair's down. And the reason why you can't wear a braid or buns, either 1 bun or 2 buns like this, is because you can hide chips in those buns. So I just hid a chip in my bun, okay? And it just fell out. That would suck if you tried to hide a chip in your bun and it fell out while you were dealing. But there are ways that you do it. So that is why when you're dealing at a casino, the casino does not allow their female dealers to wear buns or braids or any other certain types of hairstyles where they might be able to stash or hide chips in it. Okay, so let's see what else you guys are saying. Busted, yeah, right? Totally PR. Yep, Joey, dealers never apologize. Absolutely correct. The dealer is the face of the casino, so if the dealer apologizes, it's just the same as the casino apologizes. And the casino, if the casino apologizes, it's the same as admitting fault, and the casino can't admit fault. So therefore, as the dealer, you never want to apologize. So Tsukuni said, I've had it where players on cash games sometimes refuse to pay an all-in bet, and then we have to get the floor involved along with security and tribal police. Ugh. I bet that really holds up the game. Sabrina, is there a money bonus for being a female? It really just depends on what type of a dealer you are. A normal dealer gets normal pay. They get their minimum wage plus tokes. At some casinos, you still have party pits. You still have dancing dealers. And those dealers make a little bit extra than what normal dealers do. Same with some casinos who have the pool dealers, because the pool dealers are walking around in bathing suits and everything. They get paid just a little bit extra for that. And again, it really just depends on the casino. But, and also too, another thing, if dealers are keeping their own tokes, there are some casinos where dealers keep their own tokes. If you have a woman who is really, you know, makeup and, you know, looking good, and she's, you know, talking to all the guys and flirting with all the guys, she's going to make more tokes than the grumpy old guy next to her. And yeah, that's just sometimes how it works. I hope I answered your question. Joey says, should the dealer have a button under the table, say next to the drop box, for the floor or security to be notified? So again, it really just depends on the casino. It's between you and your floor supervisor. So when something like this happens, you want to discreetly notify your floor supervisor. Discreetly is the key word. Again, you do not want to yell, hey, this dude over here is cheating, come on over, because then the guy's going to freak out and run away. You know, it's not going to be good. So when you notify your floor supervisor, you want to be discreet about it. And this could be done in several different ways, but what really matters is you and your floor supervisor have a tell. You guys have something. So for example, let's say, what could we do? And we could be like this. Okay, so if there's something wrong, if something's happening, maybe I could take like an extra cut card or something out, or there could be an extra cut card somewhere, and I could like put it up here, or I could put it to the side right here, or maybe instead, you know, we have the clear dividers in here. Maybe I could put 2 or 3 clear dividers behind the discard rack. So there's just certain things that you could do that you and your floor supervisor know, and it's important. There's a few things that they already do, but it's important that I don't tell you what it is, because I don't want people to look out for the tell. I don't want people to be like, oh, hey, I know what they're doing. I know what that means. So again, it really just depends on the dealer and the floor supervisor. Talk with your floor supervisor, figure out what you're going to do. Know that the tell, know whatever it is that you're doing means that you need the floor supervisor to come over here, and you need to do it discreetly and not verbally, so something's happening. And as long as you guys know that and you have that tell and you know what to look for, you're good. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Sean, what's the worst cheating attempt someone has tried on you personally? Well, we've definitely had the distractions. Again, as a casino dealer, that's something you're going to have to look out for, because it is going to happen. We've had fights. We've had women walking around bare-breasted. We've had, of course, the drinks spilled over. I've had one guy throw an ashtray at me. Let's see. As far as cheating attempts go, normal card counters, but I don't really care. I don't really care if they're card counting. Like, if you want to go and you want to do that and you go have fun. First of all, let me just say this real quick. Not all card counters are good card counters. So if someone's card counting at your table, it's not the end of the world, because more than 50% are not going to know what they're doing, and they're going to end up losing way more money than what they bring back in. So it's only the good card counters that you're really looking for. I would say the worst cheating maneuver I've had was a card counter, and it was one of the MIT guys, one of the blackjack MIT card counting guys. He came in, he played at my table. No one was at the table, it was just me and him. And he was playing multiple hands, going through it pretty fast. And he was not hiding it at all. So he was betting $10 one hand and $500 the next hand. So he was just not hiding anything. And he basically, after playing for 30 minutes, what happened was security and the Metro Police Department came in, and without saying a word, he stood up, put his hands behind his back, they handcuffed him, took his money, and went to the cage to go cash out because he could keep the money. The guy knew that, which is why he was playing as fast as he could, and he was trying to get as much money as he possibly could in the 30 or 45 minutes that it took for them to get the Metro Police Department over here so they can go and get him for trespassing. I would say that was probably the worst. So, let's see. Biggest win and loss you gave a player. Biggest win and loss you gave a player. Monetarily, I would say the biggest win, I was dealing in high limit at the Rio, and it was a 22-year-old kid betting his father's money, and he was betting $5,000 a hand. Sometimes he would double down, sometimes he would split. Once he split up to 4 times, so that was what, $20,000 a hand, and then he tipped me $5,000, so that was, no, he was tipping me $5,000. He was playing $25,000. So that's 25. So that was $125,000 in one hand. Did he win or lose? I don't really remember what happened. I remember he was a sweet kid, and I enjoyed talking to him, and I was sort of jealous that he had so much freaking money, and he was like 21 years old. Biggest win, that would probably be it. Biggest loss was oh, it was a martingale. Okay, do not play a martingale betting system. Not good. So what happens is if you lose, you double it. So if you play $5 and you lose, you play $10, because then the whole idea is you get the money back. But the thing that it doesn't take account is, you know, what happens when you go into losing streaks. So we had a guy at our table who was betting the martingale system, and he was on a serious losing streak. Like, I'm normally a hot dealer when I deal, so it's very normal for me to get a 5-card 21 every hand. I don't know why, and I can't replicate it when I go play. It just does not work, but I'm like a hot dealer. That day I was just incredibly hot, and I was not losing at all. And he ended up losing so much freaking money. I think he was on my table for 4 hours, and I think he lost over maybe $150,000, something like that. So that was probably the biggest loss. Hey Mills, good to see you. How are you? Awesome. Haven't seen Mills in a while. Oh, by the way, our next live stream with the Wizard of Oz doing an AMA, Ask Mike Anything, will be on Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so please join us. Do you miss being at the casino and being a dealer or a supervisor? During the age of COVID, I am extremely grateful that I do not have to go to the casino to work every day, and I feel bad for dealers who are forced to do that. I'm really just very grateful. I don't know the any other word for it. Just I don't miss the smoke. I don't miss the noise. I don't miss the angry players. Excuse me. So okay. So it looks like that is your questions. It looks like we got through all of them. Fantastic. Please join us for our next live stream. Again, we do a live stream every Monday and Thursday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I look forward to seeing you on our next live stream. Until then, this is Heather Ferris with the Vegas Aces, reminding you that education can change the world. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It was great seeing everyone, and have a good week. Bye.